Who's calling me?
Fire call.
Do what?
Don't you dare. Don't you dare take a picture of me trying to revive a freaking cruise. Did you ever see my picture on the front page of the Courier with a
traffic hazard, not a NBA.
That's all right. It's about.
Actually, don't leave for you. I'm just launching traffic in one lane for right now. So,
Shoot. Ex-Assistant Chief Conrad.
that's correct.
Herb Williams. He was.
I don't like about it. We get a call and I'm not going to run it. I go.
There's two. There's two on the end. You can hear them.
By the way, I would just take your CPR.
Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing from you. Stop taping real quick. Oh, maybe it's right here. Got some water, y'all. Good? Is it over with, guys?
Yeah.
They call it in. Now going back to Kittens?
What's that?
Now going back to Kittens?
Kitty CPR. Done it on a dog like this too.
Well, Doc, is this the littlest patient?
He's curling his toes. Oops, I think we need some value. That looks like a spasm.
They're going to be hungry here.
What is your name?
It's Jim Sherman.
Jim, okay, hold right where you're at there.
Okay.
Okay, tell me what happened.
I live in the RV next door, and I just had told Miss Smith good night, and about 10 minutes after I got over to my RV, I turned the baby monitor on. I have that baby monitor on because of Miss Smith's age. I can tell if she's had a fall or any other emergency. And probably 10 minutes after I got in was listening to the radio, I turned the radio off and started concentrating on the baby monitor. Then I heard some strange noises. She'd gone in. Miss Smith had gone into the bathroom to check on some newborn kittens, and I heard some strange noises, and I concentrated. I thought she's sounds a little funny coming out of that bathroom. And then I heard a sudden abrupt noise or two, and she didn't, and all of a sudden she called, Jim, Jim, Jim. And I said, uh-oh. And I thought something had happened, and she said, the house is on fire. And I jumped out and ran down and followed the fence around to the front, opened the door, which you're not supposed to do really when there's a fire, but it was closed. I opened it, and she was in Miss Smith was in the kitchen. I grabbed onto Miss Smith's hand and led her out onto the porch and proceeded to call the emergency service. And Miss Smith is blind almost herself, and you know, it was lucky that I got her out of there, because I really didn't realize how bad the flames were in, but it was getting pretty hot in there.
You felt quite a bit of heat though coming off?
I felt a lot of heat coming out of the residence, yeah.
What about as far as, you in and out quite a bit during the day, so you pretty well knew your way?
I pretty well knew my way. I come over here to kind of take care of, I'm not a caretaker, but I come over here and at this house, and a lot of the times when Miss Smith's daughter is asleep, and kind of look after, I've been looking after Miss Smith. And I'll come over and watch television, or help fix her dinner, TV dinner or something, because she's by herself a lot. And her daughter works at night, and she's there quite a bit by herself. And at her age, which is 84. Makes sense to have somebody close.
Now you're legally blind also?
Legally blind, totally blind. Been that way ever since I was a few days old. Incubator-related oxygen, too much oxygen. It caused retinopathy, which caused the whole eyes, every part of my eye to get, both eyes to get damaged. But I'm pretty well adjusted to life in general. Worked for 25 years as a programmer, computer programmer, with some special equipment. And I retired 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And I've been living by myself. And I kind of became friends with her daughter and decided to get out of an apartment lease, buy an RV, and move up to the country. So that's what I did 6 months ago. And
how old are you now?
I'm almost 55, be 55 in June. I used to live in Humble. I was born in northwest Houston, then moved out of Texas for a while, and worked in and out of Texas, and then after I retired, I guess was looking for a change and got bored with just living where I was living, and decided to move up here.
Now, when you got to her when she was at the front, you went in the front door and she was right there, or what?
She was not too far inside the house when I got opened the front door. I think she was starting towards the door. She had called for me about a half a dozen times, and I couldn't answer her on the baby monitor because it's just a two-way radio type thing, and but it didn't have a two-way going the other way. You can hear her, but one unit's a receiving thing and the other one is the hearing thing. So I couldn't say, I'm coming right there. I just had to run over here, and when I got to the door and opened it, I could smell smoke and hear some crackling in the back part of the house where the bathroom is, where I think it started above the bathroom. And I could hear the fire, the crackling wood, but she was right there in the area by the front door, and so I took hold of her and ushered her outside. Granny, when I'm talking to her daughter, I'll say your mom or Nan.
All right, so first of all, your name.
Kevin Bates.
Montgomery County Fire Marshal.
Yes, sir.
Tell me what happened.
Basically, this evening, about 10:30, the GRANGERLAND Fire Department was dispatched to a residential fire, which you see behind me. An elderly woman was at home alone at the time. There was a baby monitor, which was being monitored by the neighbor next door. She had recently had a stroke about 3 weeks ago, so he was trying to help her out if she would fall, and he would come over and help her. Basically, she called out for help, and the neighbor, who amazingly is blind, made his way over to the residence, opened the front door and walked in, could smell smoke and heard some crackling towards the back of the residence. He was able to assist the elderly female out of the residence and get her to safety. Right now, we have pinpointed the fire originating in the back of the residence. The cause is still under investigation. We should be back out here in the morning to finish up our investigation.
That was pretty much total loss.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What's your name?
Lori Burley.
Lori. W-I-L-L-I-E?
B-U-R-L-E-R.
I'm sorry?
B-U-R-L-E-Y.
Burley? Okay. So first name, Laura?
Lori.
Lori, tell me what happened when you got here.
They brought kittens out of the house. We put them on oxygen and warmed them up and stimulated them. They're doing good.
First save on an animal?
Yes.